Mathematical Literacy, paper 1. And this will take us through this. All right, this is Johannesburg West District, a PLC paper for grade 10. All right, it was out of 75 marks. Start each question on a new page. This is so important. Please make our work easy as we mark. All right, we come to question number 1. The graph below represents the expenses for the Jacobs household. Carefully study the graph and answer the questions that follow. The graph looks like that. I believe everyone can see it. All right, there we go. The first question, identify the type of graph. Identify the type of graph displayed above. Please, you should get used to naming or getting the right values here or the right answers. So this one here, we can call it the graph that we're looking at, it's a vertical bar. It's a vertical bar graph. Take note of that. All right, they're telling us, arrange the expenses for the Jacobs household in ascending order. Ascending, in your head, you know it from small to big. So we shall start the smallest value here, which was 1,400. So we name it as 1. So this is 1. 1 followed by 2. This is 3, 4. This can take number 5, place number 6, place number 7, and place number 8. So there are 8 items. All right. Then how are you going to arrange? So wherever you put 1, that's what comes first. So it's what? 1.4 followed by 2,500 3 times. Followed by 3,000. Another 3,000. Not forgetting the 4,000. And lastly, you have the 6,000. That's how it was supposed to be. All right, 1.2. Samantha runs a small motorcycle service business from home. Given below is the income and expenditure statements for the month of October 2024. So here we go. Income. This means the amount that came in. The earnings. These ones are the earnings. All right. So here we look at that. Actually, okay. So they're telling us determine Samantha's total income. So we are going to add these ones. When you add 33,150 plus 1,450, you ended up having 34,600. Determine the amount charged per motorcycle. Here we are. Amount charged. So we shall take the amount divided by 29. Our answer here looks to be 50 rand. They're asking us to calculate the amount spent on the motorcycle parts. This one, which is missing. So the amount spent on the motorcycle parts. So we're going to say this 8,550 minus this other upper one. So shall say 8,000 because 8,550 it's a total. So minus 795, another 1,150, and minus the 2,000. So here the value of B was supposed to be 4,555 rands 50 cents. Okay, we go to and we continue. Let's look at it. 1.2.4. Define the term loss. Loss, someone would say, is a negative profit, or when costs is greater than the income, you're making a loss. Did Samantha make a profit or a loss during the month of October 2024? So what we're going to do, we shall take the income that we've already seen as 34,600 minus the total expenditure, which was 8,550 cents. And indeed, she remains with 26,000 100, and you write it as profit. She made out a profit. Name one expense that could be classified under others. So now when you go back and you look at the expense that she has, we are looking at the detergents, the motor parts, water, others. Others here we can look at, let's say electricity. Look at maybe he has another worker. You can look at the salary there. Electricity, water. You can also look at the insurance. Anything that you think of that they have not talked about, among others, etc. Okay, we look at question number 2. Given in the table below is the City of Johannesburg water tariff for the domestic households. Carefully study the water tariff structure and answer the questions that follow. Now, as I talk to you, okay, it's fine. Let's see. Define the term tariff. The word tariff simply means it's a charge per unit. Charge per unit. Then they're telling us, choose the correct answer. Electricity consumption is measured in B, kilowatts per hour. Okay, at the end of October 2024, the market received a water bill for usage of 47 kiloliters of water. Use the water tariff structure above to calculate the amount, brackets, VAT inclusive, he paid. Now, before we go to the next year, we need to analyze, as I told you, when you have the water, what you know, you should find out how many do you have in each bracket. In each bracket. So remember, for him, he's looking at 47. 47 has exceeded 45. By how many? By 2. So let's go to the next year there. So now, as you remember, we've just filled in and we saw, we got a 6, which was the maximum number of kiloliters that we were looking at. Right? The 6 is already showing. The 9. But after the 9, from our question paper here, we say 6 is there, 9. What's next? 15. So you can easily come back and here and say it's 15. 15 again. What was the last one? It was a 2. You see that? So these 2 we are missing. Okay. Then we are continuing and we are saying these are free. It was 6 times 0, you get 0. So how did they get the 70 rand 65 cents? They took this value here and they multiplied with this number here. So if we need the answer here, we're going to multiply these 2. And the answer here becomes, the answer there became 169 rand 35 cents. That's another missing part. Because even though when you multiply this, you have to get this. Let's look at it. What about this one here? This one will become 28. So total VAT exclusive. So we add everything up here. Add everything. We ended up having 463 rand 75 cents. VAT. How do we get the VAT here? So it's supposed to be that value that you have on top there multiplied by 0.15. And the answer you got here, is You got the answer here, 69 rands, 56. So get this, add it onto that, and you get your final answer as 533 rands, 31 cents. 8 marks. How do we have the 8 marks? 8 marks, 8 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. These are 2 steps. All right, we'll continue and we see the question. This is done already. This is done. Look at the answer sheet. Di Mercato invested 30,000 at a simple interest rate of 12% per annum for a period of 2 years. He stated that he will receive 37,200 at the end of his investment. But remember, how much did he invest? He invested 30,000 at a what? At 12. For how long? For 2 years. So the end of the investment is going to be after 2 years. So they verify showing all calculations whether the statement is correct or invalid. So what you're going to do, but since it's simple interest, we're going to say 12 times the money he invested, 12%, don't forget, put it over 100. So you end up having 600. End up having you end up having 30,600. So multiply this by 2 because there are 2 years, end up having 72,000. So add on the money the person invested. So you will end up having. So you say and you conclude and you say it is valid. It is valid. The market was planning on buying himself a Sony PlayStation 5. He saw the following advertisement on the internet, right? Calculate the price of the Sony PlayStation excluding VAT. So it's this, VAT inclusive, simply meaning it's included. So when we are excluding, we need to run away, meaning we need to remove. In other words, we divide by 1,15. Divided by that much, and the answer became 16,955 rands, 65 cents. That's how we exclude, we divide. Determine the amount of VAT that the dealer will have to pay sales. Now, what you're going to do for me, you get the amount before you've removed the VAT minus the amount after you have removed the VAT value. So you end up having 2,443 rands, 35 what? Cents. 35 cents. $2,543 cents. 35 cents. Another person would have done this. You would have taken the money that includes VAT and multiply it by 1/115. You still get the same answer. You get the same answer. Or you would have got this answer here on top. Multiply it by 1, So 15%. Still, you will have got the answer as this much. These are different methods. Okay, question number 3. Your school will be participating in a sevens rugby tournament. Study the table 3 below on the information of players and answer the questions that follow. Sevens rugby team players info. That's the information that we have there. Identify the tallest player. Now we shall come here. The tallest, we come to height. What is the highest? It was 1,85. So the player here, it's number player 7. Player 7. Name one data collection instrument that could have been used to gather information. This could have been a questionnaire. It can be observation. A questionnaire or an interview. But a questionnaire would have been okay. Determine the percentage of players that weigh more than 70. Come here and we see weight. More than 70, we have 1, 2. Any other? No. Out of how many? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we want the percentage here is going to be 2 out of 7 times 100, which is 200 divided by 7. So the answer here becomes 28,57%. Determine the median age of the players. Please, median. What has to come in our head? We have to remember that we are going to arrange. So let's go there and we see under the age, which one, who is the youngest? We have 1. So how many 16s? 2, 3, 4. Then we have 17, which is 5. 18, there are 2. One takes 6 and the other takes position number 7. So I need to go back and rearrange here. So I have my 15, 16, 16, 16, 17, 18, and 18. They're supposed to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, median 7. So that means I remain with 3 numbers on the right and 3 numbers on the left. So my median is 16. So we shall say median equals to 16. Calculate the average BMI of average, simply meaning mean. So what we're going to do, we are going to add all the numbers. We're going to add these numbers here, add them up, add all these numbers. When you add them all up, you end up having 171,44 divided by 7, because there are 7 numbers there. So we end up having 24, that's the answer for the average. Complete the frequency table on the height in meters of the players and answer the questions. Okay, let's do that and we see. We shall come here. We're going to complete the table. This one here for tariff. So we have to look for anyone whose height that lies between 1,2 to 1,55. So height, remember, 1,2, 1,5, we have one person here. This is 6, no? 6, 5, no? So the first gap is, and this other side you also write 1. So 1.56 to 1.65. 1.56, so we have this one qualifies 1, 2, 3. So there are 3. So we come here, we draw 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. So this side we play. We put 3. Between 1,66 and 1,85. And there. 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 also. So here we have nothing, becomes 0, 0. Here we have 3. You have to add them up and you get the answer as 7. All right, let's continue with our question. Name one advantage of participating in sports. This is, you know what it takes. 1, to build your teamwork. To build on your teamwork. To have a sense of competition and development. Development, in which way you would always want to be ahead of the others. So in so doing, you train your spirit to be a winning spirit. Okay, others you say for fitness, among other reasons. Please never leave these questions unanswered. These ones you answer, you get all your marks according to your answer. Question number 4. The motorcycle land speed record is the fastest speed achieved by motorcyclists on land. Table 4 below shows the the motorcycle and land speed records from 1930 to 2010. The all right, now look at the first question. Determine the difference. The moment you hear difference, you're going to do what? Shall have to subtract between the highest and the lowest speed records between 1930 2010. So from 1930, indeed this is the lowest. Check through. And this is the highest. So we shall say this highest value here $376.37 minus the lowest, which was 137, comma 23. And the final answer became 239.13. That's our answer. 4.1.2. Determine the number of riders that set new records from 1956 to 2010. So from here, so we have John Ellen, 1. John A, we don't count again, that's 1 person. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are repeated. So we shall say there are 8. 8 riders that set new records, new land speed records between 1956 2010. All right, a company installed computers at a computer center in October 2024. The manager used the bank account to pay employees' wage for the project. Below is the cash withdrawal fee structure of Bank Y, as well as the calendar for October 2024. Define the term probability. Probability is a chance, an event does what? Takes place. It's a chance. This is what it's a chance. Determine the probability of randomly selecting a Friday in October. Ask yourself, how many Fridays were there in October? You have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Out of how many days? Out of 31 days. So they're telling us it should be probability of randomly, it should be in decimal format, because they're saying as a decimal and rounded off to 3 decimal places. So we're going to say the chance there, it's you have 4 out of 31. And the answer becomes 4 divided by 31. We have the answer at 0, remember this, they are saying the answer should be in the 3 decimal places. So 0,129. Give 2 valid reasons why a company would not necessarily use a bank that is offering the lowest bank charges. 1, someone might not have an account there. Account is not there, or absence of the account, if it does not exist. Number 2, it might take longer to cover up the loan, and you end up paying more than what you expected. Okay, they say the lower the monthly charges, the longer the period and the bigger the interest. But the shorter the period, the bigger the monthly installments, the lower the interest. Okay, the manager of the company had to withdraw 50,000 to pay the employees. He stated that bank-wide charged him exactly 200 in the bank fees for this withdrawal. Verify showing all calculations whether his statement is correct or not. You may use the formula below. We are looking at that. They are telling us you have to pay 400 plus 1,15%. So make it over 100 times the money that was withdrawn. So it's 400 plus 1,15 divided by that times. So we ended up paying so we say it's what? Invalid. Wait. It's not 500. He ended up paying 176.50. That marks the end of question number 4 and brings us to the end of the question paper. Thank you very much.